Call Lawyer Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Akakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. I'm not a member of Great Millstone, yet I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessing to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. All right, so here we go. Real quick one. Phrenology. I did a series a while back about this devil manifesting his sword, manifesting his weapon. I don't know. If the spirit says, I'll add it to that. But if anything, this would just be something that you should be aware of. Okay? So this is the study of the conformation of the skull as indicative of mental faculties and traits of character. So that is the accuser of thy brethren, right? And that goes into categorizing. And that's what they do. They put people into categories to further oppress them. Mainly the children of Israel. Germany did something like this. I think this was the first quote-unquote Holocaust that they did in so-called Africa. And it was based on, because their skulls were shaped differently, that they did not have the mental faculties, or they should not, they basically shouldn't be allowed to live. And they did studies on them, and they did all kind of things. Basically what Esau Edom does: rape, rob, murder, steal, destroy, lie, propaganda, act a complete animal, and then play the victim. You name it. Okay, so especially according to the hypothesis of Franz Joseph Gall, all right, 1758 to 1828. So they're pretty much right there in their, this is a couple 200 years. They're well into their Renaissance. They're well into, let's go to, dang it. They are well into, I believe it's 20. I want to say 20. Laid hold on the dragon bound for 1,000 years. Yes, cast him into the bottomless pit. So Revelations 20 and 7. So 3, this is when it cast him into the bottomless pit and set him up, right? So they were in their drunken stupor, no knowledge. And as they portrayed themselves in the Viking movies and all the early movies prior to the 1400s with them in it, is it a lie? That is another word that we would like to call, well, iconoclasm is when they destroy the busts and they remake them into their own image. But, this is a form of iconoclasm because they were actually dark-skinned brown faces in those times. But we want verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog. All right, so that's all I wanted right there. The four corners, they went out to deceive the nation. So that is right here. So that's what this part is about. Most of it is so many other things, and they had so many different weird practices where to get rid of a headache, they would put like a cast iron helmet over your head that covered the whole of your head, and then beat it with a hammer. Like, these are the things that Esau, that was their science. Instead of seeking, of course they wouldn't seek the old paths, but there were many things that worked just fine and that were in their perfection. Only up until this devil came into power did they do such unbelievable things, as far as science goes, pseudoscience, and all this foolishness. But the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, right? Job 9 and 24. Okay, so we got it here, the skull of mental faculties, which is ironic. It's given, just look up some of the things that they did in the early times, in the early days of their Renaissance, medical Renaissance, and their medical science, and you are just you're baffled. It is crazy, and they have the nerve to say, based on somebody else's skull, that their mental faculties are not intact. It's unbelievable, but we won't go there. Especially according to the hypothesis of Franz Joseph Gall, right? Okay, German doctor, adherence to as Johann Caspar Spurzheim. Okay, so you can look all these people up. All right, phrenology enjoyed a great popular appeal well into the 20th century, but has wholly been discredited by scientific research. Obviously, because it's, you know, let's see. Oh, well, before we kind of go into this, let's get Job. Let's get Job 13. And 4, straight to the point. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. All right. Oh, that you would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. All right. So that's exactly what they are. Worthless. Okay. And here it is. Our people run to the horse. They trust in Egypt. They run. They are staying upon those that smote them. While those of us, the hopeful 1/3, 144,000, we are no longer staying upon him that smote him. We don't need your validation. We don't need your help. We don't need anything from you. All you do is steal, and you kill, and you destroy, and you rape, and you lie, and you lie, and you lie, and you lie. Wait, that brings a precept to mind. Timothy. We'll read straight to the point. Well, it's 19 to it's 19 to the end. So let's just read that. 18. They do good. No, let's go. 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called, which some professing have erred concerning faith. Grace be with thee. Amen. The first to Timothy was written from Laodicea, which is the chiefest city. I don't know how to say that. What is that? Phrygia. But the point I wanted was in 20, right? Avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. And I believe that it did say something about a pseudo. There you go. At the very top. Phrenology. Pseudo scientific practice. But while it was popular, they were busting a whole lot of heads behind this science. No pun intended. And this is just another thing that they do. And this is the same science. Although this thing has been disproven, they are saying many other wild things concerning the, letting Vicky hold your arm, and doing the hokey pokey dance over and over and over. And not only me, but other actual brothers and members of GMS have said that they're just not going to stop. It'll be a new variant. It'll be new something else. They'll never stop, because this is your Trojan horse that is going to enter into that mass control that they're looking for. So you're going to hear people talk about trust the science. You're going to keep hearing it. But all you need to do is give it time. And those of us who wait on the Lord gave it time. We didn't run out there and bow to this piece of shit, right? We waited. And some of us went through some things. Some of us were kept. I was one of the ones more blessed and fortunate enough to be kept. I submitted for my exemption and it went through so far. But I know the day is going to come sooner or later that, all of us were going to have to just completely just walk away. Remember, come out of her, my people, right? Roughly paraphrasing, lest you be partakers in her plagues. Because this place, hey, if you want to hold on to what you got here, go ahead. Be my guest. You're going to go up and smoke right along with it. But for those of us who are going to trust in the Lord and fear his name, and, which is the beginning of wisdom, fearing the Lord, and knowing the name, trusting in the name, and stacking up those spiritual tokens while things are seemingly calm, you know what I'm saying? We will be good, and we need to believe that through faith. I cannot stress that enough. We must believe these things through faith, right? Because without faith without faith, goodness gracious, without faith it is impossible to please God. So let's get that. There we go. Hebrews 16 and 11 and 16. That is in where we at. Give me the KJV. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And when you diligently seek him, you want to fall in line. You want to be obedient unto the way he set out for us to live. You cannot do whatever you want, say whatever you want, eat whatever you want, think whatever you want, and sleep with whoever you want, right? There's order. All throughout the Bible, when the Lord gave, when Yahweh gave Moses the building of the tabernacle, it was in order. When he gave the Levitical priesthood to the Levites and what they should wear, what they should eat, how sacrifice should be, everything was in order. The Lord is about order. It is decent and it is order. And then when he created the things through Yahweh Shai, right? It is good. All of these things are done in order, and we need to rise to that standard that he wants in order to be protected, right? If you want something, you must do something. Nothing in this life is free. There is a standard. Don't ever let these Christians tell you that there's not a standard, because the minute you fall back into that, or if you have come out of it and you fall back into it, or you just now waking up and you get swayed by these other doctrines, first of all, that was just the spirit. The Lord probably just, that's just how he wanted you to go. But for those of us that are truly sincere and that, we have the understanding, we don't buck up against it. And when the offenses come, we're not offended. Make sure that you stand firm that on standard and order, because that is the nature of the power we serve. What else did I want to get? Age old. There's the last one right here. We're going to keep getting this, because we're going to have to drive it home. Though he go crouching, right? Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. I mean, he's not going to stop. He can smile in your face and talk all sweet if you want. War is in his heart, okay? No matter what. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, right? Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And on a bigger scale, that's what they want. The birthright that never belonged to them in the first place, but they think it belongs to them. They are trying to set up their own pseudo blessing. That's why you have the metaverse and their GMO food and all this fake stuff that they want to put when the earth is beautiful, when the earth is perfect. You just fucked it up. That's all it is. But it's high time, right? It is high time that everything that you've done, Esau, Edom, is going to come back onto you. It's coming. Everything will be set back in order, and call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai forward. You don't even know how much you need things to be set back in order. As soon as you come out of the womb, you're dying. They want to poke you with things. Vibrations are off. Everything is just off. You don't even know. And I bet there are things that we don't even know about that they're doing that is throwing us off spiritually. And we have no idea. Nobody's gone into it. Nobody knows just yet. But, when the time comes and all answers are revealed unto us through Yahweh Shai, we're just going to see. Because we can see evil now. We had to see this evil place thrive and flourish just to gain an understanding to be proper and true judges. But I believe that there are going to be more answers given unto us. And we just going to be like, what the and that righteous anger is going to come upon us, that is going to give, and then the Lord will give us the spirit to really exact that judgment and vengement and vengeance according to him, according to Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, according to them. You know, when the time comes, we're gonna exact that like I said, that judgment and that vengeance on them. You know, rendering unto them double, right? Dang, I can't talk, but that's all I wanted to get. That's all I want to go into. You know, keep it short, keep it sweet. You can read on these things on your own. And remember, Sirach 12 and 10.